that note, welcome to Muse and Notes. Had a Chevy Tahoe get in front of me. Oh, alrighty. So we're taking a trip to, where's the city that we're going to? Seguin, is it? Yes, it is. Seguin, Texas, to visit a Burnt Bean Company. Got voted #1 barbecue place in the state of Texas. We're trying something new here. I'm trying something new. My wife, along with my son, for the ride. It's a family affair today. Not just me, solo, but I decided not to renew my autopilot subscription. Truth be told, I was on a 5 month free trial whenever I picked up the car in December. That just ended at the end of May. But right now I'm trying autopilot, auto steer. I like the fact that I don't have to do anything. It keeps the lane. I mean, essentially, other vehicles have that lane centering. I 100% lost on what the capabilities of this auto steer beta are. But I guess that's it, right? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It automatically steers for you whenever you're on the road. I attempted to turn my blinker on to get into the faster lane a little while ago. You didn't see it on the camera on the video here, but it did absolutely nothing, and I am just used to autopilot or FSD, I should say, doing that for me, taking care of that, even on instances where it doesn't quite want to go over, depending on what mode it's in. Um, didn't didn't do a darn thing. I'm not really liking it. Um, we've already been driving about 25 miles. That's hard to believe. And I say 25 miles because it says since last charge. I charged it earlier overnight and then a little bit this morning. But I say it that way because I have my charging schedule cut off at 6 in the morning. But I wanted to get a few extra miles, and then I restarted the charging session while I went and did something at Walmart. But anyway, yeah, 25 miles. I mean, it's okay if I'm paying attention. Well, not that I wouldn't normally be paying attention whenever utilizing full self-driving, but there you go. Like for a split second, like not even like the 7 Mississippis, right? That I've already tested 7 seconds. Full self-driving will be prompting you. This thing seems to be prompting a lot more, and I definitely could see that um, because of the lack of the full self-driving safety feature capabilities. But what are you thinking about this so far, Jessica? Or may not necessarily have too much of a point of reference since you really never use full self-driving.
Well, I did use the full self driving when we went to Colorado, and I didn't even know anything about this autopilot until you said something about it right now.
Oh, okay. My wife, I love her with all my heart and soul. We're going on an early Father's Day trip to this barbecue place. It was either this or what is it? What is it called? Loams in Junction.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I
Looms.
don't remember, but it's really good.
Yeah, figured go ahead and try something new, try something different. Um, and I mean, if it got voted #1 barbecue place in the state of Texas, I mean, there's got to be something they're doing right. We shall find out. I and my wife, and not necessarily my son, because I mean, nuggets and fries are pretty much his diet, along with like pizza from Little Caesars or anywhere really. But yeah, um, going there. We're also going to be stopping at a supercharger on the way back. Never been, in Converse. I'm probably going to be stopping by for like 5 minutes or so. There's a convenience store there. I think there's also, whenever I looked at it yesterday, a McDonald's. So in the event that my kid gets hungry, plan is to pick up something to eat before we hit up the barbecue place, and then head on home. But you never know. It'll be an option, and it's a nice option. They have some pretty good amenities. They have a McDonald's, they have a Whataburger, and then I believe it's a Fisher's gas station. So I'm gonna get me some snacks, something Sour Patch. In my adult life, I've actually gotten to like Sour Patch Kids more and more. Never quite liked the sour stuff, the gummies. When I was growing up, believe it or not, but as a kid. But now, yeah, I crave like my wife is pregnant. You're not pregnant, right, Jessica?
Absolutely not.
Oh, absolutely not. One kid, 7-year old, and there's another prompt. Look away for a few seconds. Apply slight churning. Oh, and I'm doing slight, and it's not taking. Uh, Full self-driving. But yeah, never again, right, Jessica?
Right.
How much do we love Steven?
More than anything in the world.
Absolutely, more than anything in the world. How much do we love you, Steven? More than anything in the world. Because you're our son, you're our baby. You're our everything. But yeah, one is enough for us. But yeah, a whole lot of news here. Trying auto steer, seeing how it does here in certain areas where there's construction. Hopefully I get to publish this video and we don't have any major incidents. And there's another prop, but I am looking straight at the back of this big rig here, and it's giving me that prompt that I'm not paying attention. I was so hyper focused there that it was unreal.
Well, you said that it was probably sunglasses, right?
Yes.
Because that was happening to me a lot.
I mean, I don't know, like I feel a difference from full self-driving. I ended up making a video a couple of weeks back where there was a new version that came out, so I figured, hey, you know what, let me get out there and let me test this out, see if there's any kind of discernible differences with this full self-driving version. And I literally, look at that. Did I look away, Jessica?
No.
No, I did not. I was looking straight ahead. And yeah, I ended up testing it out on Pepper, actually. We have a new member of the family. Her name is Pepper. Pepper Barra is her name. She is a 2026 Model Y, the refreshed Juniper model. I haven't gotten her on film, but yeah, I was taking her for a spin, and 7 seconds. On certain instances, I actually got 10 seconds that or 10 Mississippis. I actually said Mississippi. I got 10 Mississippis out of it at the most, but a consistent 7 seconds overall before it prompted. The one thing that I will tell you was new with full self-driving that I was able to catch was the fact that it didn't give you as many audio cues as before. It did give you visual cues, but it didn't ding as much or at all. Only if you continue to not pay attention or apply slight churning force or look straight ahead, pay attention, whatever the prompts are on full self-driving. I think after the second attempt, third attempt maybe, of not actively paying attention, it gave you those audio cues. Oh man, what was that? Oh, here I'm getting another one. That's quite a bit. I'm losing track of how many prompts I'm getting. And I even on the other video, what I did was I tried with sunglasses and without sunglasses, and I think that's where the 10 Mississippis came in. Whenever I was wearing the sunglasses, or whenever I didn't have the sunglasses on, I ended up getting 10 Mississippis out of it. But whenever I had the sunglasses and I purposely just looked away, there it is again. And I'm looking, and I actually just took off my sunglasses a little while ago purposely to see whether or not it would give me prompts as I was looking straight ahead, dead center, straight ahead, and it gave me a prompt. I'll tell you what, I'm not liking it at all. I'm finding this a little bit nerve wracking. Finding this more than annoying. And if you ask me, um, if we had an unlimited amount of money, $100 a month for peace of mind while driving is a drop in the bucket. I'm gonna do something interesting right now. I'm gonna ask my wife something, and I want you to be brutally honest, Jessica. You say it how it is. You tell the good people the truth. Who drives better, full self-driving or me? And don't pull any punches. Be honest. And again, getting another
Well, the full
prompt here.
self-driving is a better driver than you are.
Why is that? Be detailed, Jessica.
You drive crazy.
Mm-hmm. Tell them about the way that I drive crazy. What in itself makes me a crazy driver?
You speed up a lot just to brake. You're just a very aggressive driver, and it's very scary. Um, but I think if you drove like me, you wouldn't need you wouldn't need any of this. If you drove like a normal person, you could save yourself $100.
Each month, save our family $100 each month.
Yes.
But let me ask you beyond that, right? So, safe to say, you feel safer on full self-driving or with me at the...
Well, the full self-driving.
Okay, yeah. And I'll admit, yeah, I borderline have a road rage at times. I can. I feel like it's gotten better, but maybe not. Maybe not since we've gotten these cars, right? The Model Ys. I think the fact that I can go as fast as this thing is going to take me has done something to me, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I think you can't feel how fast you're going.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yes.
speed.
That's a very good point. Like before you know it, you're already going, like right now, 70 doesn't feel much like 70 miles an hour. Before you know it, I'm heavy on the accelerator, my foot, and I can get close to like 80, 90. Again, and I'm looking straight ahead. I am absolutely hating this. Yeah. On the One Plus side, I don't know if y'all have noticed, inadvertently, because I am on what is this on the auto steer. I have not moved from being behind a big rig, which is actually good for the efficiency. If we're paying attention to the numbers, which I'm kind of like don't want to pay attention to the numbers right now because I'm a little bit just trying to be as careful as I possibly can be with these concrete barriers and construction all around us. Oh dear God, I just felt like I was going to go too far left, or was that just me? Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway, the efficiency is really amazing. I wish I could actually put my eyes on the efficiency numbers, but I think I saw efficiency numbers, and all is said and done, calculations converted over 4 miles per kilowatt hour. Right, yeah. Oh my God, we're doing amazing. 234.9 watts per mile, again converted a little over 4 miles per kilowatt hour. I'll tell you one thing, talking about good and bad drivers, I am the horrible driver, and my wife is the amazing driver. I will say this, when driving a ICE vehicle, I don't know if I would say that about my wife, but ever since we ended up getting the Teslas, the Model Ys, I have no appropriate words to describe how excellent of a driver she is um, with these vehicles. Efficiency, she's absolutely efficient. Oh my god, that scares me. Okay, this auto steer, but I'm gonna see it through. I'm gonna see it through. No, no, not if it even if it kills us. I'm sure that I'm very attentive here. But as far as efficiency goes, outstanding. She's the queen of efficiency in our family on our vehicles. She has no earthly idea, but you should now that you're saving us a ton of money the way that you're driving, not having to charge as frequently as we could. But yesterday I had the opportunity of being the passenger. What happened yesterday? Where were we going, Jessica?
To get a haircut.
Yeah, where were we going to? It's okay to say it.
Sweet and sassy.
That's right. We're going to take our 7-year-old son, Steven, to Sweet and Sassy's. That's his preferred place to get a haircut. They did a great job yesterday, but we were going to Sweet and Sassy's, and before we left, what happened, Jessica?
Oh, you couldn't find your driver's license, so we were running late, so I decided to drive.
That's right. And what's one thing that you can safely say about myself and our son?
That you lose things and don't know where they are. You don't put things in the same place, so you lose things.
Oh, yeah.
And I told you that the last time that I saw your driver's license was on the couch. And then when we got home, I looked underneath the cushion and it was there. And I did ask you if you checked the cushions.
Yeah. Me and Steven are the kings of misplacing things. Jessica is the queen of finding things and also trying to bring some common sense into our world by telling us, hey, this is something that I know this may cause you a problem down the road. You might want to do something about it. And anybody who knows me, I'm the king of ignoring things, especially whenever my wife talks. I mean, I guess most men are, but I just feel like sometimes I do that to my detriment. And yesterday was one of those days. I feel like I'm always forgetting something. Yesterday, my wallet. So Jessica, to that point, Jessica ended up driving, and man, it was one of the best uh, experiences that I've had as being a passenger. And quite often, I'm the driver, so you don't know what you're missing out on, right? You don't know what you don't know because I'm always driving. But it was such a nice drive yesterday. I felt very relaxed, extremely relaxed. I was thoroughly enjoying being a passenger and being chauffeured around. Felt like I was in a robo taxi. Consequently, next week is, I believe, on the 12th when they're supposed to start robo taxi experiment in Austin. Hopefully that goes well. But we'll see. But yeah, I had a great experience yesterday, and Jessica drove amazingly well. Thank you, Jessica, for being a great driver. Yeah, I felt safe. I felt like I feel safer. Honestly, now I'll say it. I'll say it. Maybe I wouldn't have said this like whenever we were driving our ICE vehicles, and Jessica doesn't use full self drive at all. But I can safely say like I feel extremely safe whenever my wife's driving one of these. And I think I used to be like a Batman, right? I gotta believe that I'm gonna be vulnerable, and I gotta believe that I was a huge backseat driver whenever you drove our Rav4.
Uh
Is
huh.
that safe to say?
Yeah, I mean, you are pretty much like
Backseat
that.
driver.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's another problem. There, I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, price excellent. We're about 7.2 miles away from our exit. It says we're going to get there at 11:51. It's 11:36. 12 total miles left. But yeah, driving behind a big rig, a big vehicle, it's going to create a pocket where the air, um, forgetting the term, the air coming directly at you. It'll be a protected, I don't want to say dome because that wouldn't be appropriate, but pocket where it's actually better on the efficiency numbers. A lot of people online that have electric vehicles, they sometimes do this and just for whenever they're traveling, right, for kicks, but most certainly to help on the efficiency. But we went from 238 now to 232, which is really great. And since we're doing that, might as well look at the energy numbers, right? Let's look at our current drive, and there's another prompt I absolutely hate on the steer because of all of these prompts. And I used to be kind of critical of folks that, whether it's full self-driving or any other uh, lane assisting software, that complain about being prompted too much. I'm like, well, it's for your own good. I mean, you can't put a price tag on safety, right? There shouldn't be that much. There should be that given understanding that ultimately these things are, yes, convenience, but at the end of the day, we want to put the accountability on the driver to keep themselves safe with the available safety features that are given to them. There's another prompt, but my gosh, it's just kind of annoying. It's really annoying. Um, but looking at the energy and efficiency numbers right now, our current range as of now is 203 miles, but based off of our energy readings here on the last 10 miles, it says that we are going to have 213. There's another prompt. Another 213, then went down to 212 watts per mile available based off of the last 100 miles. Wow, that is amazing. I guess we've been driving, that's Jessica right there, based off of the last 100 miles, which was the drive yesterday, most of the day yesterday. 275 miles. So, in fact, we could travel not 202 miles as our indicated range up top here, but 276 miles if we stay as efficient as we are currently. So 276 and after 200 miles, that's where some of my driving comes in. I guess I haven't done that badly. You know what? I might be reading this like, wait, let's see. This is 282 watts, right, per mile. I'm not looking at the projected range down there below, so let me scrap all of that. 232 off the last 10 miles, right, from the 201, 187 miles based off of the last 100, and then over here 184. I mean, not too bad. Not too bad as expected. But yeah, doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Hopefully the microphones don't pick up too much of my kid's iPad uh, being played in the background. If it does, my apologies on that. Hopefully I've been loud enough. I tried to be loud enough so this video comes through. There's really not anything here, right? I mean, there's just a whole lot of nothing. Places like this, you do see a lot of trailer homes. Hey, look, they're building a new gas station. That looks like it's going to be nice. Not that I need it, but I mean, if we're in a pinch, now we really don't. But how is that though, right? Now we have 2 electric vehicles. We don't have any internal combustion engine vehicles. How does that? Oh my god. How does that feel for you, Jessica? Not having to go to the gas station.
Well, I really didn't go to the gas station anyway. You always got the gas, so.
Yeah. But when you did, I mean, when push came to shove, when you were in a pinch and you had to go, right? Like, can you even remember the last time that you went and pumped gas for yourself?
I don't remember exactly when it was now. Sorry.
this guy, he's carrying, and I'll get back to it. I'm gonna ask you something else. But it's safe to say, like this guy, I don't know. At first, I thought it was hay or something, but it looks like pallets of grass, or is it just me? Like this guy in front of us.
It does.
Pallets of grass, but I mean, it's that high as I could be. Anyway, so let me ask you this: when you've had to go to the gas station and pump gas, is what kind of experience is that for you?
Well, I mean, I guess I don't like to get gas, and that's why I prefer that you do it because it can be really, really hot.
Is it a dirty experience for you?
Well, I always had a wipe. I would use a wet wipe to pump gas, but I mean, just like the fumes are not good, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's safe to say that you're a little bit of like a germaphobe, right?
Well, I mean, I ever since COVID, like I have wet wipes and Lysol wipes, so I mean, I definitely am more than um, before COVID, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have any wet wipes or clean surfaces as much before.
Like, I don't know if you're picking up on it right now, but that Jeep, that black Jeep, like my gosh, like she's going from left to right. Whenever she pulled up alongside us, it looks like she was going a little bit to the right. I wonder if she's on the phone or she must seem distracted or something. The F-150 behind her kind of like raised his hands whenever she stopped kind of like abruptly or slowed down abruptly. Anyway, but yeah. Oh look, that's a nice bridge. Let's call it a rustic bridge, right? It's all rusted and everything.
Yeah.
It's got some charm. But anyway, yeah. I mean, it's kind of a dirty experience, right? Using and then having to use the wet wipes. But
Yeah.
was it like that pre-COVID? Because I know COVID. I mean, that's not even chance it type of a thing.
I didn't use any wet wipes before
Right?
COVID.
That's one of the things I've never like brought up, but I mean, yeah, definitely changed a lot as far as making sure to stay as clean as possible, right? Picking up germs, picking up something, right? Communicable disease, dear Lord, or virus. Um, but I think in a lot of aspects, like COVID left a very strong, lasting, not only impression, but like it changed our habits. And I think that's one, right? I think, say for instance, we go back to a gas car, like, and if you gotta put gas, right? You're never ever gonna not use, unless you don't have one, right?
Yeah.
Like a wet wipe or something. I should have exited there. That's what I get for not paying attention. And for thinking this is full self-driving. But,
did you miss the exit?
I missed the exit, but it's okay. It's a mile down the road and then we'll take that one. It'll be exit 609, 609.
I think the full self-driving really spoiled you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like 100%. Definitely does spoil me. And this auto steer, like again, it's not full self-driving. This is 609. Brakes.
I like using the full self-driving whenever we were going to Colorado, but other than that, I don't see the point of using it because I feel like I need to have my hands on the wheel and drive.
I think it's kind of all dependent, right? Like I don't know, like say for instance, when we for the most part like work from home. I go into the office once a week, right? Um, but if, and I'll say this, right? If I had to go into the office every single day, then I would want to use it because the drive in a very heavy populated area, like our population density is so incredibly bad in San Antonio that there's a ton of drivers on the road, and it just makes for a very stressful experience. Being on the road, I think we're about 16 miles away from our office. Now it's our office because you ended up, and we work together. We work for the same agency, I should say, um, at the same office now. But even that 16-mile drive, which should honestly take like 20 minutes on an average day, it's just bad. Thank you for turning it down, Steven. But yeah, so I would want to use full self-driving because my blood pressure would be sky high. And oftentimes, whenever I finish a drive, like my blood pressure, like just me driving, like it's just off the charts. I could definitely see how useful it'd be, and maybe you'd be more inclined to use it if you had to be on the road more often. Is that fair to say?
No, I don't think so. I
No?
think because when it comes to driving, I'm more patient. I'm impatient at life, but when it comes to driving, I'm a little bit more patient, and you're the opposite. So, yeah, I don't feel like I would need to use full self-driving unless, again, if we were going on a family trip and driving a long distance. I think whenever we first got the car, I was afraid to drive, but I've gotten more comfortable now.
Okay.
So I think I'm able to drive without feeling so much stress. So I don't really think I feel too stressed when I'm driving, especially driving alone. I think I get a little bit stressed when you're in the car because I know that you're very impatient. And at times you do make comments. So I think that makes me a little bit more nervous because I'm not driving the way that you want to drive or the way that you would drive. So yeah, I think when I drive by myself, I really don't have any stress.
To give a little bit of a point of reference as far as how impatient I am, and I think you said it perfectly, right? Like at life, it's kind of interesting, right? At life, I'm a little bit more like patient, right, with certain situations and things. But when I'm behind the wheel and you may not be, may not be as patient, right? But whenever we're driving, it's the complete opposite. And that point of reference. No, look, what's this? That point of not plus. The point of reference is if anybody's ever seen. And look, that water tower there, Sikine. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Is it the guy who comes out in AP Bio?
Mm-hmm.
Is that guy's name Dennis?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dennis on Always Sunny in Philadelphia, there was like some episode where he was driving along, but like very horrible driver, right? And I guess Pennsylvania, completely different. Philadelphia, right? They're from Philadelphia, but my God, like he had no patience whatsoever, and he was just saying these obscenities at this what we found out to be like older lady, heavy set lady, but he was just obscenity, 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 and I mean I don't think it's that extreme, but whenever I saw that episode, I was just like, oh my word, I know intimately his pain because that's how I feel internally, right? The rage that's just always going. But yeah, incredibly patient here, and I'm glad that you feel comfortable. Yeah, you had a little bit of apprehension, but now you're set. You have no issues like driving whatsoever. I mean,
no, I
with
think
the vehicle itself.
I don't have any issues driving. It's just like having both of our vehicles in the garage and
Yeah.
parking them in the garage
Yeah.
is stressful
Yeah.
because I don't want to hit
Yeah.
the car next, our cars. But as far as like road rage goes, if you remember, I had somebody throw their metal coffee cup out their window and try to hit my car.
Yes.
And whenever we were at the stop light, he got out of his car and took pictures of me, and I also took pictures of him. And I called the police. So I think with that's why I think that also helps that I'm not going to drive like a crazy person.
Yeah, because you just never know how somebody is going to react. Right?
Yes, and that's why I get upset whenever you drive like a crazy person, because you never know what could happen. And I mean, they've had stories from here where
that's
people
the truth. I mean,
get shot because they just have so much rage. It's ridiculous.
That's the truth. Whether it's our current climate or just, whether it's, what is it, 2025 or 1975, all it takes is one individual who's not going to like what is going on and overreact and take things to an extreme that could lead down a path of ultimate regret. But thank you for sharing that. I mean, of course, that something like that you're always going to remember, and it's going to change how you drive and the level of patience that you have, at least on the road, right?
Yeah.
So there we go. Okay, looks like we're pretty close, a little less than half a mile here from the restaurant barbecue place. Go, hey, look, this is cool. Is that like a Bald Eagle, Walnut Springs Park? Maybe we should come back. I'm going to be that guy, and I'm going to bring us over here for a few seconds just to check that place out. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there since we're getting close to the restaurant, and we'll pick up in a moment. I actually believe that it's on the main road, so I'm going to figure out where to find parking in a second. Times. All right, we'll pick up in a few moments.
That was terrible. It's
Yeah.
like, it seems like you should like spend the night here.
I think maybe like drive a little bit earlier, right? Yeah. I think we'd stand a better chance the 8 in the morning on a Sunday, right? Even though it's just like, who wants to eat barbecue 8 in the morning on a Sunday? But
I doubt they're open at 8 o'clock.
No, they are. On Sunday they are. Their hours on Sunday are 8 to 3 o'clock. That is so nice.
That's crazy.
That is so nice. Just the trees and then the archway.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. So we ran into an issue there. That line was just bananas, as you would say, Jessica.
Now turn left onto Westport Street.
That was bananas. So we're now going to New Braunfels. Stop by McDonald's first. But I guess all the traffic here in town is just for that one barbecue place. I'm going to plan this a little bit better. We're going to try another weekend. We're going to try getting here pretty early. Even if we have to wait like an hour, right? Like, I think it's reasonable. Like, if get here at 7 o'clock in the morning, I still would imagine there was a line. But I would stand in that line and y'all would be in the car and I'd be like, hey, the line's moving.
Yeah.
And y'all could watch a movie or something.
Yeah, because he's not going to be able to stand in line for an hour.
I'll bring a lawn chair too. We saw some folks there with lawn chairs. They were pretty prepared. You said lawn chairs and what?
They had water. I think they had like a place for water, but I think it was the restaurant that probably did that, not the people.
Oh, that's nice.
They had little cups.
Yeah.
And like those Yeti coolers on a table.
Okay.
Maybe this place is good. There's a line.
Yeah, all right. Las Palmas. they talking? Yeah, they're talking. I thought that guy was getting ready to turn, but he's talking to that person there. Guess we're not gonna go to that. We're not gonna go to that supercharger in Converse. We're gonna be going to New Braunfels, and then from there, if we go to a supercharger, we can just go to the one at Bucky's.
Yeah.
I mean, we could use another trash can.
Yes, the
True.
Bucky's trash can.
Yeah. The trash cans that they have available, like on Amazon or anywhere out there for the Model Ys, they seem a little overpriced and not like they're gonna hold a lot of things.
Yeah, they're small. I think it was like 20 something for two,
Okay.
and the Bucky's trash can is $4.99.
There we go. Can't beat that. Do you want to show them the?
I don't have it.
There's the Bucky's trash can. Nice size trash can there, and it fits perfectly in the pockets here.
But
difficulties there.
You didn't really like it though, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't go with the Tesla aesthetic, but it's cute.
It is adorable. No, actually, you know what? Like, I think it goes very well. Like, it just fits in the car, in the slot, perfectly. I actually have no complaints about it. Perfect. This light, the next light. I'm still getting the left lane.
There it is.
Where?
The M's.
Oh my god. Yeah, I kind of sort of saw it.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. I see it. There's trees. It feels like there's like an airbase or something here, or a military facility. I don't know. It just has
There's
that.
a field. It looks like a stadium.
Okay. I don't know. It just gives me that vibe, like military area vibe. But I could be 1,000,000% wrong.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything military here.
Right?
In 500 feet, turn left onto CH Matthews Jr.
It's interesting. What's that in the corner? Car wash? Oh my god.
A car wash and a Whataburger.
Turn left onto CH Matthews Jr.
It was like a drive-in or something.
It looks
Burger
like
drive-in.
a very exciting car wash.
Yeah, extremely. Oh my gosh, like from the colors to the signs. Like, oh, there's a diner there. There's an old-fashioned diner. Maybe we should go there. Nope, car wash. Thank you for 1,000,001 car washes for ruining America. Man, people can't wash their own vehicles in their driveways, and I get it. Some folks, have apartments, things like that. I get it. But do we necessarily need as many car washes as we have? Oh, did you order it already?
Oh no.
What's the code? How do I get in here? Oh, is this way to get in out? No, is it?
In
Yes.
500 feet,
No, I
turn right
think
onto
it wants you to
Yeah.
go over there.
Yeah, it wants me to, but probably gonna have to exit the Bill Miller. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. Did you place the order?
I did. It's
Oh, yes.
PX56.
I need to see the phone. Not paying attention.
It's PX56. Puppy X-ray 56.
PX56. P is a puppy.
Puppy X-ray 56.
PX56.
Now turn right.
Oh dear God. Where's the?
Right there.
Oh my God. No, are you sure? Oh my God.
Yeah,
what
it
is-
says truck parking.
Oh, okay. Dear Lord. Is this gonna have a wrap on it?
No, we've never been to this McDonald's. Well, they all look the same, baby.
Hi, it's Giddy McDonald's. The mobile today. Welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you?
Hi, I have a mobile order code P as in Paul X56 for Jessica.
Okay, you can go for it.
Thank you.
Why is it on low?
It's on auto.
Okay.
I think whenever we stopped off, it kind of switched to off. Jessica? Yes, I don't need a receipt though. Thank you. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Plenty of people parked over here. Wonder if they're all getting Happy Meals. And I just cleaned both cars yesterday and today.
Mm-hmm.
Vacuum. Let's see in what state of affair it'll end up at the end of the day. And I can already tell, looking out of the corner of my eyes, not very well. His feet are on the seat. Thank you so much.
We're actually still waiting on the food. So in the meantime, can I have you pull forward to the platform?
Okay, that'll work.
Just straight into the left, and we'll bring it right out.
Thank you.
He said the flagpole.
Here or
Yeah.
over here?
It says pull ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Flagpole by the.
There it is. Flagpole. Okay, I'm like, flagpole. I don't see a.
And you have to listen because the last time you did not listen,
Oh my
we
God,
did not get our order.
It was such a horrible experience. Yeah, I mean, my hearing problems are well documented here. But yeah, last time we ended up picking up on it. It was late. It was evening hours. I want to say like 7:30, 8 o'clock ish, right? Because we ended up going to my niece's middle school graduation. So we stopped off, got McDonald's for Steven. And of course, I get a vibe from the evening shift teenagers that that work there at McDonald's. I don't know. I don't care for them. I'm just that old man. I'm that old, cranky, salty dog of a old man, curmudgeon. But anyway, yeah, they told us to go ahead and pull into slot number one, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go ahead and get in front of the store. If you make an immediate left at that McDonald's, there's at the very front. You park there, and the workers come out, to deliver uh, the meals. I could have thought for sure. I'm like, okay, they're gonna come out. I mean, yes, I had new plates on Pepper, or the temporary plates, right? Because normally they would write down like
Mm-hmm.
model, make, model, whatever, license plate number. And I'm like, surely they're not gonna miss me, right? Like it's a new Tesla, right? They could have written, you know,
They didn't write the
anything.
license
Yeah, they didn't
plate.
write anything whatsoever. They're just spot one, and I saw nobody. I was parked right there where the door was at. They said somebody had come out. Right? You went in. What did they tell you?
They said that they were if they're expecting somebody to be in slot one and they don't see you there, then they get confused or something
Mhm.
like that. Um, but the manager was very nice. I
Oh,
think
good.
he didn't charge us for the meal because we were waiting there that long,
Oh, that's nice.
and he offered to refresh our drinks because we were waiting a long time.
Mhm.
But I think it was a mistake on everybody's part
Yeah, especially mine.
because you did not listen when
Yeah.
they told you specifically where to park.
Yeah.
But then it just seems also kind of silly for a worker not to kind of attempt to look for up the person if they have the meal or the food in their hands.
Mhm.
So yeah, it was just mistakes were made everywhere.
It was a very bad experience altogether. And we got here at 12:10. Like, well, at least I looked at the clock here. So it was 12:10 whenever we were told to pull forward by the flag. And let's see how long it takes us there. We were probably there good, like at the other, 20 minutes, 25, it seemed.
You said 20 minutes. I was
20 minutes.
thinking maybe it was like 15 minutes.
15. Yeah, I mean, we were there for enough time for us to
to get upset.
Yeah,
And
to get upset, and ultimately for my wife, my good wife, to go into that McDonald's.
I'm the one that always gets out and
She
gets
does. She's
gets
amazing.
it.
Yeah, because in my mind, I picture the more responsive individual will be the mother, right? Going in there and cracking skulls. To be honest with you, I thought that you were like, whenever looking from literally the outside in, right? All windows all over the place of that McDonald's. It looked like you were cracking skulls. It looks like you were getting pretty intense and getting like upsetting, like telling the manager on call, a thing or two. I'm like, oh, there's my Jessica, proud of mom, my wife, cracking skulls.
Hmm.
But now that you tell me that, I mean, that's good that you didn't have to get confrontational. But
Well, I usually try not to, especially if it's your food that that other people are preparing.
mhm,
But I know Steven came in and he was upset.
mhm.
I don't remember what he said.
Yeah, he was.
I think he said like, "Where's my Happy Meal?" or something like that, and the
Yeah.
manager just laughed at him. It was cute because he has no problem saying something to
Mm.
anybody.
Yeah, he doesn't. Oh my gosh, he
He
doesn't. I've
he'll
had several instances where he wants to speak to the manager and he's literally firing them on the spot. That's our beautiful family. Quite unique and amazing. Yeah. That person behind us got their meal ahead of us, but they probably weren't. I mean, they probably weren't ordering a Happy Meal. Do not.
maybe it's the fries. Maybe we're getting fresh fries.
Possibly, or anything that did not involve Outback.
Well, I mean, this car in front of us hasn't gotten their order, so
Mm-hmm.
we're not alone. And
Yeah,
then there's somebody behind us.
yeah, I know. And I moved forward because the truck looked like it was gonna hit us. I'm like, oh, but essentially, once I thought that car was gonna go around. To be honest with you, I was reversing,
Mm.
but now we're blocked in. So this vehicle directly in front of us has to get there. I would imagine a Happy Meal before we do. Always a Happy Meal.
Well, maybe it's just the nuggets.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, well, you have some room. Did you say that this has a front camera?
The other one. The newest one.
Okay. So it's Pepper that has a front camera and this does
Pepper.
not.
On Phantom.
Okay. I think I really like having the front camera, especially
When
go
pulling in.
right pulling into the driveway. Like that was very helpful.
This is okay. I am confused here. Do not enter. Exit only. One way. Okay,
Go
so I
that way.
can go left, right? I want to
Yes.
go left. Okay. Oh my word. I could have also gone over there. That's what I was trying to do. Never mind. I don't even know where I'm going, to be honest with you. How do I exit here?
It's right there. This is the truck parking.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh my. Right? Is it? Nope. It's not. Right?
Okay,
It's,
never
okay.
mind.
Oh. Oh, Circle K. But now it's telling me, is this a two-way road?
I don't think so.
Okay. Let the light make a left.
Okay, it is. Right there.
I don't like construction. I don't like that the car doesn't like construction.
I think, do we still have like a free month of the self-driving on Pepper?
Pepper's full self-driving
Okay.
ends on the 12th of this month.
Okay, then we should have taken Pepper today.
Not really. I mean,
For you.
well, I mean, we did say that we're gonna be using this car on the weekends. But yeah, no, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Well,
No,
I
but
mean, I'm willing to use her a little bit more if
Yeah.
it helps you with the driving.
no, I'm good.
I don't.
I'd like to believe, like, I think we can use that. I want to save that one if we decide at any point in time to go like on a trip,
Mhm.
right? Like just keep the miles as low as they've been, and just keep racking them up, and then we can say like, oh, January, December, like go somewhere like Dallas, and then take that car. But yeah,
Well, you said you would be willing to pay $100 for
I
that one particular month if we're driving a long distance, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, we could essentially get the FSD like that. When we go, we could still take this car. I get what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you said, which
Yeah.
I think is fine because, yeah, it was just so much helpful when we were driving from home to Colorado. It really was. I really did appreciate that, except it just seems like when you do the full self-driving, it can be very boring.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's good. Boring is good. Like uneventful is good.
I think that's why I would rather not do the full self-driving by myself because that would just make me very bored. And I don't mind driving. There was a long period of time when you said that you were tired of driving. So I was driving for quite a long time. And I was also driving because I got car sick because you drive like a crazy person and you like to take scenic routes, and I don't do well with twists and turns.
Yeah.
But then it just got to the point to where you were complaining about the driving so much that I just said, forget it. You're just going to drive from now on. So
That's true. That's actually true.
So it's like I don't mind driving. It's just the criticism that comes with the driving that I just don't want to deal with anymore.
Oh, yeah.
But I admit that sometimes I do need your help. Where as far as like what direction to go.
Oh yeah. I mean, everybody does.
Like I don't like driving to places that I've never been before because I just miss things like as far as like the directions go. Like I just get really confused. I'm like, do I turn here? Do I not turn here? So that's when I really need you to tell me where to go.
I think most people are like that. I know I can speak for myself. Just exactly what you said. I feel that way too, especially whenever you're in a new place. When I'm in a new place, like when we went to Colorado, I forget where we were. I think we were still in Texas, and we were at the hotel, and there was a lot of construction, and we did full self-driving, but
it was Amarillo.
It didn't know where it was going, yeah, and we kept getting turned around. I was getting a little bit frustrated. So there, I mean, I don't think I made it visible at that point.
You didn't. If it was me, I would have made it visible because that's when I get stressed out.
Yeah.
I probably would have just kept going in circles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only reason when I in those situations, that's unusual. I have no idea whether this thing can stop on its own. Like on what is this called again?
Autopilot?
Oh no, it's auto steer. Yeah, autopilot, auto steer. It says autopilot has recorded 1 strikeout due to improper use. Okay,
I got
well
the
that's.
cat. I got the cat.
You did?
You got the cat again?
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Did you already have the cat?
Look at mine. I got this.
Okay, good. That was the one you wanted, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad you got what you wanted. He had been wanting the cat squishmallow.
You have the same one, right? Like whatever.
No, he doesn't have it. He has 2 puppies.
No, I'm saying yeah, but I'm saying the before was he getting like the green one or whatever? I don't even know what they are.
Yeah.
What,
He had,
Many
I
different
think,
ones,
I think it's a pickle. I don't know. It's like a pickle. Like, he has like 2 pickle ones, 2 puppy ones, 2, I don't know what it is, the red one. I wanted the cactus one because it has a little flower on the side. But our McDonald's doesn't have the Squishmallows anymore. They're giving the like leftover Sonic toys.
Oh yeah. That's why we ended up getting one yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I'm like Sonic, man. It's been months since that movie's been out. We've got those toys.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting thing too. Like, what does McDonald's do with these leftover toys? I wonder how much they order, right? And I mean, it's all dependent on how many customers go, how many toys they do have left over, and what do they do.
Yeah. Well, they must have had more
Mhm.
people
Yeah.
or kids wanting the Squishmallow. I don't know.
I guess certain things are actually more popular than others, like toys that they give that people out there, because there's always somebody collecting something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially like those toys, like during Halloween season. Whenever, as a bait, like has it been the last 2 years? Is it?
Yeah.
Where they brought back the buckets.
Yeah.
So whenever those things go, they're like, oh, let's go ahead and get an old toy that we have plenty of.
Well, I like the buckets because they're good for storage.
Have we given away all of the buckets?
No, I kept most of them to store toys, but I took the handle off.
Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 handles in what is it, the buffet or whatever.
They're somewhere. They're in a drawer somewhere.
Every time I go in there looking for like USB cables, I see them. I'm like, oh, there they are.
I don't know. I feel like we should keep them and put them back together whenever we do give them away.
Yep.
Like I don't want to give away the basket without the handle.
I have the hopes of one day going trick or treating and taking those buckets with us.
They're too small. They're not like the ones from the 80s. The ones from the 80s, like I think it had like a lid, like a hat, like the witch had the hat, but yeah, It's not the same. It was a little bit bigger.
That's what I was gonna say too. I'm like, oh, if only they were exactly the way that they were before.
Yeah, so whenever they came out, not last year but the year before, I was really excited and then I was disappointed. So I don't think we have any more from that. I think I gave those away. But the ones from last year I kept.
So we struck out at the barbecue place, but that's okay. We ended up going to New Braunfels and we tried a different restaurant there. I do believe it's called the Grist Mill. Pretty hot in there. We were in and out rather quickly and brought leftovers home. Just a bit of a problem with the heat there that nobody wanted a part of. But anyway, wrapping up the video. Overall, Actually, we ended up stopping at the supercharger at Bucky's in New Braunfels, so you'll just get the efficiency numbers here for our trip on the way home. 58 miles, 318 watts per mile. Oh man, wasn't as efficient as the first go round. And as far as the consumption and our drive, we actually did pretty bad there. I ended up driving a good amount home, so I spent 7.4 miles more than the projected trip. As far as projection, it says here based on the last 10 miles, 119 opposed to the 147 that it's telling me that I would have as far as energy goes. But again, nobody ever deals in miles. Percentages, of course, is what I hear, but I like having around like the miles there. And the last 100 miles, 125, a bit better up against that 147 mark. And then 200 miles, even better, 130 miles opposed to against the 147 mile projected distance that it's telling me there. I like playing around with that. I don't like seeing the numbers there. We had a very efficient trip going there. Pretty relaxing, but coming on the way home, a little more traffic. Wasn't quite as efficient as we would have liked, but nonetheless, not bad of a trip. I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap it up there. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, for watching the video. If you've made it this far, I doubt anybody has actually made it this far, but if you did, thank you. Please hit that like button, subscribe. Would most certainly appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.